Rick Marks here, welcome to another episode. I'm going to look at acceptance of our actions today and I guess backing yourself. I know that I've seen a lot before where leaders try to palm off the decision. Either they choose to blame higher up, I was forced into having to make this decision, rather than just owning it, rather than trying to navigate it at the front line. Just kind of like palm it off to the person. It wasn't my fault that happened. Now we all should be held accountable for the actions and the choices that we make. And I suppose this goes all the way up to a CEO, blaming the economy, blaming all these other things. I've recently seen there's been a change in my workplace at least. A number of people have been made redundant. It's created a lot of uncertainty for the remaining people waiting to find out whether they're going to be cut as well. And it's really hard, I suppose, as a lower down, more frontline leader myself, because I have my team look to me for, I guess, confidence that they've got a job, I suppose. And the challenge becomes for myself. I can't say to them, you're safe, or you've got a job, you've got protection, whatever, because the reality is at the moment it is a day by day kind of situation that I'm dealing with. But I guess if we look back through time, do we pass on that blame? And then I guess the flip side of that is, if you're the one that's I suppose enforcing, do you evenly enforce? So I guess if you're biblically inclined, you look at Adam and Eve, for instance. Eve blamed the serpent because it put it there for her. Adam blamed Eve. But then when you actually keep reading in Genesis, you find out that the bottom line is that Eve still chose to listen and take the fruit, and Adam knowingly could have declined, and he could have even gone as far as discouraging Eve. But then God also did punish accordingly. So he didn't just punish Eve, he didn't just punish the serpent, he didn't just punish Adam. All of them played their part in the puzzle, and I guess that's that thing often, I know as parents, for instance, making sure that each of the wrongs are appropriately addressed, and we don't just go, well, it started with that one and that's where it all began, or it all finished with that one and you still chose to make that action. But do we do that ourselves? And I suppose we have the ability to choose. We also have the ability, like Adam could have jumped in and persuaded away from it. One of the things that I noticed as well is that nowhere is there room for ignorance. That whole saying of ignorance is bliss. And yet often we hide behind the fact that, well, I didn't know, well, I wasn't aware. I think if you're going to make a decision, you need to act out of intelligence. Get the information behind you. I see it a lot when, if we, for instance, talking about America and the political market at the moment, Donald Trump and going for his seat again. Americans cannot turn around and go, ignorance is bliss. If you don't know what he is about or what he stands for, and I'm a big believer in Australian politics, do your own research. Don't just listen to the media. Don't just take what that party is selling. Do your own research. And I think that's probably one of the biggest things, and it reflects in here. Make sure you get all the facts and all the figures, and then act accordingly. Because it's so easy for us just to, I guess, play the I didn't know card rather than I was too lazy card, which essentially is what it can sometimes boil down to. If you're just going to a poll and you're just going to put down a name because you think that they're going to do a good job, but you have no idea about what they're offering, then that's somewhat blind and potentially naive. when you really should go and do your due diligence, find out what they're about, find out their stand, or what their policies are, find out the full story. And that's why often I remain impartial when it comes to a lot of, I guess, current affairs, because I don't have all the intelligence, I don't have all the data, I don't have all the facts. So I'm unable to make an educated input to something because I don't have all of the data. So I don't add anything if I don't have anything, if I don't have the intelligence and the background to contribute. So I'd rather just sit quietly and make my observations than to try and get involved. So next time when you're feeling like you are either not informed enough to make a decision, if you don't have the data at hand, if it's not an area of expertise for you, then you can either decline to engage, or you can do the analysis, get the information, do the digging, obtain all the data and the analytics, and then make your decision. Because how often do you just go with the flow? How often do you just agree because it's easy, rather than going, these are the actual reasoning points for why I do believe it, or flip coin, these are the reasons I don't back that, and and actually have substance behind your stand or your perspective. If you've enjoyed the video, thumbs up, comments down below, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.